You have been informed of the charges brought before you, Dragonborn. What do you say in your defense?
Alright, so it all started when I was chilling down at the inn in Dragon Bridge when I was approached by this guy named Sam.
You look like someone who can hold their liquor. How about a friendly contest to win a staff?
And I said, hell yeah, I am always up for getting pounded harder than you sold on a Friday night.
Ha! We'll see about that.
So we had this drinking contest, which I totally destroyed at. Then I started feeling woozy. I couldn't help but thinking, oh my god, the bastard roofied me.
Hey, you don't look so good.
So I woke up the next morning trying to figure out why my mouth tasted like pickles and shame when I realized I was in the Temple of Debella in Markarth. So I started talking to the priest there and she was pretty pissed, but I couldn't help but noticing that damn nice wiggle she had, so I made her an offer. So I said, hey baby, you want to be in a movie? I'm working on this new project. I call it Priest Gone Wild 5, Bloody Mary.
Debella teaches love and compassion.
After we were done cleaning up, the now immensely satisfied priest informed me that we said something about Rorikstead in our drunken haze last night, and that might be where that roofying bastard Sam might be. So I went down to Rorikstead and ran into some asshole who was convinced that I somehow stole his goat last night.
You've got a lot of nerve showing yourself in this town again.
So I said to him, wow, I really sold your goat to a giant? It sounds like you're having a bad time. It was quite the epic pun.
Is that so?
Anyways, I eventually agreed to go get the goat back from the giant so he'd tell me where Sam went. The area around Rorikstead's a really weird place, you know. There were drakes that were rolling down the hill for fun, and vigilants of Stendar sunbathing fully clothed. Anyways, I eventually found the goat and worked out a deal with the giant to get it back. Unfortunately, I knew so little giant speak that I didn't realize what the deal was until he started moving closer to me and taking off his pants. I took the goat and ran away. The giant was none too happy, chasing after me and yelling something about bitch-slapping me back to Mundus. I took the goat back to that weird guy who told me I mentioned something about Isolde down in Whiterun. I couldn't help thinking, finally some hot ass. I went and found that bodacious booty and occasional skooma dealer, but keep that on the down low.
So, you're finally back.
She said I bought a wedding ring from her, and I said, bitch, Charlie Sheen Incarnate does not get married.
That's really a shame.
She told me I needed to go get the wedding ring back from Witchmist Grove. I thought, hey, if I head over there, I might at least be able to get a booty call from my wife. I ventured down to Witchmist Grove and I yelled, honey, I'm home. And what greeted me was not honey, it was more like vinegar mixed with Sean Connery's ball sack, otherwise known as Moira.
I've been waiting for you to return, to consummate our love.
I said, bitch, are you Prada? 'Cause you look leathery as fuck.
What?
Anyways, Moira took it as a turn-on, but we got a little too rough with the foreplay. I managed to get the wedding ring back and rushed back over to Whiterun to give it back to Isolde. She told me that me and Moira were supposed to consummate our marriage, and get married over at Morvunskr. I figured, oh great, now I have to go explain things to my family as well. After traveling up to Morvunskr, I found some hunters and tried to ask them for directions, but they were more interested in insulting the rock in front of them.
Just give up! True Nords never back down!
I said, okay, whatever, and I continued up the path until I found the keep. Moira's family was none too happy when I told them I'd accidentally stabbed her in the face. Thank God Bear Grylls was there to save the day. I ventured into the keep and had to deal with even more pissed off in-laws. When I finally sorted out my family problems, I saw this random glowing orb in the middle of the room. Being a badass like I am, I immediately stepped into it without knowing anything about it. I ended up in a place that reminded me of somewhere my Uncle Marty would take me when my parents went out of town. He called it Uncle Marty's Special Lagoon. I found Sam down there, and he turned into what I picture Mel Gibson thinks he looks like. Apparently Sam was sanguine all along, and he figured that by violating me, he would somehow give birth to a child before he realized that I was actually a guy. It just goes to show that Daedric princes don't exactly know how it all works down there, being genderless and all. Once he realized that, he felt really bad and gave me his pimp staff as payment for taking it like a man. We said goodbye, and I headed back to Whiterun to find Isolde again, because we had some unfinished business, if you know what I mean. And that's when your guards arrested me and brought me up in front of the court.
Well, Dragonborn, that certainly is an interesting story, but it is not why you are here.
Oh, right. Well, why am I here?
You took a giant to an orphanage!
Hey, you wanna play a game?
What? He was lonely after I stole his goat.